Hi guys, today I'm going to teach you how to wheelie, and make sure to stick around to the end because I have two major secrets that are going to change how you wheelie and your wheelie progression. Today you're going to learn how to wheelie. Now, I know we want to start wheeling right away, but the first thing we're going to have to do is set up our bike. Now, the first thing we want to do is we're going to want to raise the seat high enough so that it's just here, and when you sit down in your seat, you can only just touch the ground. Once you've done that, the next thing you want to do is change your gears into the last 3 gears. So these ones, you want your chain to be in gear 3, 2, or 1. Personally for beginners, I recommend going in gear 2 because it's going to be really easy to get the front wheel up. Now, once we're done setting up our bike, it's time to actually start wheeling. Now, the first step to doing a successful wheelie is you want to find a bit of a slope. So we're sort of in a road, and this slope is only maybe 5 degrees, so it's not that good for doing wheelies. But what you want to do is you want to find a little slope, roughly about maybe on a 10-degree angle, 15-degree angle. And then what you want to do is you want to go in a low gear, and you sort of just want to have one foot on the ground and pull up and push like that on one leg on the bike. You sort of just want to do that, so if you are dominant with your right leg, then your right leg wants to start up. But then if you're dominant with your left leg, then you want to have your left leg to start up. Now, it honestly doesn't matter what foot you have at the top, as long as it's comfortable. Yeah, so what you sort of want to do is you want to pull up as much as you can, and while you do that, you want to push down with your most dominant foot at the same time. So like this. And then, if you can do that, and it's called looping out, when you like jump off the back of your bike, like when you're like that and come off your bike, that's called looping out, and that's going to be this is a very good skill to learn, because when you're doing wheelies and just learning to, you're going to loop out a lot, because you're going to be pedaling along, and then you're going to go too far back, and then you're just going to have to jump off your bike, and then you won't get hurt. So looping out is a very good skill to learn. Now, we're actually going to get the front wheel up. What we want to do is we want to go in either gear 1, 2, or 3. And what we want to do is we want to be riding along like this, and then once you feel comfortable and your most dominant foot is up, I want you to push down as hard as you can and like sort of pull the bars up. Now if it just looks something like this, or like that is going to be completely fine, because that's how I started out, and that's how everyone's going to learn. Now we sort of just want to practice this pretty much any time you have free time, and then you want to do this, and it's only going to be like that and like that. Then when you keep practicing it, you're going to get higher and higher until you're actually going to start to do this and loop out. And that's why I taught how to loop out at the start of the video. Now, the next step is going to be learning how to control your rear brake. So, the way to control this is you can just be riding along like this, and you just want to sort of feather your brake a little bit. You don't have too much, you don't need to be doing skids, but you just got to feather your brake so that you go sort of, like, you don't need to be going fast, you can go slow, you just got to sort of feather the brake. Now what that's going to do is when you start to go too far back on the bike when you start to feel that brake, that's going to send you forward a little bit so that you don't always leap out all the time, and that's how you can control your wheelie. Now, the next step is going to be practice. So, what we're going to want to do is, we're just going to ride our bike slowly, about this pace, and preferably on a bit of an incline, bit of an uphill. And what we're going to want to do is, when you're going slowly, once your dominant foot is at the top of the pedals, you want to push down, and it doesn't matter if you're getting that high or that high, it doesn't matter. We are going to, as soon as the top pedal is at the front, you're going to push up, and then as soon as you get to as high as you go up, so it can be this high or this high, you're going to want to slam on that back brake so that when we're going, we just go completely back down again, and it's going to send you forward. And it's sort of a drill to help you with the control of your back brake so that you don't go all the way back. Yeah, so you're just gonna start going, and it's gonna send you right back down again. Now, this is the one tip that nobody includes in their videos. This one tip is, it's gonna help you get that wheel all the way up, and you're gonna be able to wheelie for so much longer. What you're gonna wanna do is, everyone's gonna say, like, keep your bum on the seat and pull up. But what everyone actually does is, you wanna stand up for a second, and then put your chest down, and then pull up. That, you standing up from the seat and going down is giving you more momentum to get that front wheel up, and that's going to help you get the front wheel up so much easier, and it's going to just help you get the front wheel up. It's going to help you wheelie better. It's going to help you wheelie progression. Like, for example, it took me at least 3 years to learn how to wheelie, and I'm sharing all my knowledge in like a 7-minute video. So this is going to help so much. You're going to be able to wheelie in like 2 weeks if you just follow all these steps. Now, the second major tip that nobody tells you is that when you're up and doing the wheelie, your balance point, so your balance point is going to be sort of over the middle of the wheel, and you sort of, when you pop the wheel up, you want to get to your balance point, and you sort of want to stay there. But once you're at your balance point, you sort of, people like, they try and turn their handlebars to try and steer different directions, but all that's gonna do is that's just gonna tilt to the side and stuff. And trust me, you do not want to tilt to the side. I was stuck doing that for at least a year, and it was super annoying until I found out that you just actually have to keep your front wheel straight and sort of look in the direction you want to go. And also, when you pick your front wheel up, it's gonna be spinning, and that's gonna act as a, like, sort of a gyroscope. And it's, so that makes sense. So if you turn this way, it's gonna go to the side, or if you turn this way, it's gonna go to that side. So you just want to keep it straight, and if you want to turn a direction or turn a different direction, all you sort of have to do is look that direction, and when you're pedaling, sort of want to change the direction of which your knees go, and that's pretty much how you turn. So those are the two major secrets that are going to help your wheelie progression, and it's going to skyrocket your progression up, and you will learn, I promise, in 2 weeks if you follow all the steps in this video. Hope you have a good time wheeling.